great day for me, please, council. The money for the teachers is right here in Marie McDonnell's forensic report and examination.
And Christopher will be followed by Heather Henson, who will be our last speaker.
Great afternoon, and thanks for the opportunity to speak briefly on this matter. And I'm here to commend you all, basically, on what I understand to be your ongoing efforts to audit the county registry in the area of registries of deeds. Children, we owe it to our children, we owe it to the taxpayers, we owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to the banks to keep them honest, and frankly, to teach them a lesson. Thank you.
Thank you. Heather Henson.
Ladies and gentlemen, our friend Marie McDonnell did this audit after years of persuasion by Karen Pooley and many members of the community years before I ever arrived on the scene to host a housing forum with city councilors that you will see portions of later in this video. But first you will see how the city is not being proactive in the face of ongoing lawlessness noted in the McDonnell report. As noted in this excellent article online, and you will see the striking school teachers looking for money that they are rightfully owed. And you will see and hear some of the councilors' viewpoints on the state of foreclosure abuse from the forum last year, from other events. And you will see and hear my comments this year, an entire year after I told them we owe the children an audit because the monies generated from proper recording fees and correction of other malfeasance will free up monies throughout the area. Now, Attorney Scott Staffney's office assisted in this auditing process, and instead of congratulating him, the AG's office went out on a witch hunt against him, which prompted a public records request from him. Let's watch.
And I would say this, that you are overseeing a city now that has been completely transformed by the strike by over 5,000 of my colleagues in the Seattle Public School. This city has been transformed because the parents are flocking to the picket lines. They're bringing us soup for teachers. They're bringing us coffee and donuts in the morning and lunch in the afternoon. And the social media blogosphere is all of us all day long.
When the district was supposed to come with resolutions and with ideas, they did not bring anything to the table until August 17th. And they've been bargaining since May.
We talked a little bit about eminent domain briefly, but what I want to draw your attention to in my question is that reference also down in Oregon, there's a Berkeley mortgage, okay, where homeowners refinance with the government at a 4% rate. Government borrows money at 2%, that difference pays for the program. So that's another alternative.
We need to basically recognize that what the banks are doing to citizens like Jane here is really criminal activity.
You got that right.
So I've got a game plan, I'm working on it, and to answer Chris's question, yes, we will be basically bringing forward legislation early next year to deal with this issue. Thank you.
Thanks.
Private banks are going after their own profits, after CEO bonuses and salaries.
Senator Bob Hasagawa has been working for a number of years on a state bank to figure out some other tools so that we can help our citizens with our resources to build our communities.
Unless we as activists take things in our own hands, it's not going to change, and what's happening elsewhere, things that are worse in other cities, are going to happen in Seattle. So we cannot just be complacent about it.
Kids who are so restless and so in need of time outside because they are inside.
Christopher. Name's followed by Shelley Gregson.
Great day for me, please, council. The money for the teachers is right here in Marie McDonnell's forensic report and examination that you all paid for, okay? And, some time ago, I came before you to talk about this, and for years, Karen Pooley and many others have lobbied you for this report to audit, because if MERS and all the banks were to pay for all the transfers that they make at the Registry of Deeds, we wouldn't have this problem. There'd be plenty of money. So I just want to remind you, first I want to commend you, though, for being more progressive than, say, Kent County, Delaware, where this issue has arisen. They stole the Register of Deeds collection from Lamar Gunn after 4 recounts down there for the banksters, okay? When I went up there to investigate, They threatened to arrest me for running cameras in a public building and all kinds of stuff. Okay, they got a corrupt judge when I sued him under the First Amendment. By the way, I have a minute from this area. When I threatened to sue them, and when I did sue them, they threw my case out. And he ignored the law. Judge Robert B. Young down there ignored all the law, everything. Ignored all the laws, just throw my case out. And it's just a terribly corrupt thing. Now, you guys don't do that. You hear me out, and you need to be by my cameras here. Now, in this instance, the report that came out shows that Seattle and Montana are struggling with what to do with this. Now, I remember in Essex County, John O'Brien, the person there who received the McDonnell forensic examination, publicly decried the bank activity and said they were criminals. This place was a crime scene. Some of you have attended and been in my videos. You attended the seminar that I held on underwater home foreclosures and acknowledged that there's criminal activity going on. Well, we need to address it. We need to move forward from this, bring it out, air it out, and I'm willing to offer my services to legislation, enforcement, whatever needs to happen. But I'm here, and I want to have the taxpayers, have confidence in City Council that we're going to address this problem because it's right here.
Thank you. Jonathan,